Hello everyone, I am Dr. Karthika from Department of Biomedical Engineering, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. And in this November lecture series, we are discussing about the topics under biocontrol system, and now we are going to discuss about physiological control system. What do you mean by this physiological control system? What is the relation between engineering control system and this physiological control system? Why do we need that? Okay. See here, one of the most simplest and most fundamental of all physiological control system is the muscle stretch reflex. And the most notable example of this kind of reflex is the knee jerk. A short tap to the patellar tendon and the knee leads to an abrupt stretching of the extensor muscle in the thigh to which the tendon is attached here. And this activates the muscle spindles which are stretch receptors and neural impulses which encode information about the magnitude of the stretch and are sent along afferent nerve fibers to the spinal cord. Here, each afferent nerve is synaptically connected with one motor neuron in the spinal cord, and when the neuron get activated and the interim send afferent neural impulses back to the same thigh muscle over here. Okay, see the diagram here. This diagram clearly shows the afferent nerve fiber and muscle spindle and afferent nerve fiber over here, and also we have a reflex center spinal cord, and we have stimulus. It is nothing but our stretch. See how it is converted into block diagram. Here reflex center is our spinal cord, and this reflex center is connected with thigh extensor muscle. Here the change is in afferent neural frequency, it is U. Control of action is connected between a reflex center and thigh extensor muscle, and here the input to thigh extensor muscle is tap induced stretch, which is X, which is called disturbance, and which is connected into system output. System output is a change in muscle spindle length, which is represented as Y, and which is connected with muscle spindle. Here we have feedback sensor, and this feedback signal is again fed back into reflex center. Here the feedback signal which consists of change in afferent neural frequency Z. Okay, finally we have the elements, physiological control system elements U, X, Y and Z. U is your change in afferent neural frequency, and the disturbance tap induced stretch is X, and change in muscle spindle length is Y, and the change in afferent neural frequency is Z. This is how our physiological element is converted into block diagram of control system. See, here we have a difference between engineering and physiological control system. We have studied so much about engineering control system, and what is the need of this physiological control system? How do we connect engineering as well as physiological control system? Okay, in previous slide we have seen an example of muscle stretch reflex action. Same we have same examples, same physiological actions and elements are converted into control system elements with the help of physiological control system modeling. See here, we can use any kind of our physical elements like a cardiac input, cardiac output and lung volume. All the things are converted into control system elements to calculate efficient output over here. Okay, then what is the difference between engineering and physiological control system? An engineering control system is designed to accomplish a defined task, and frequently the governing parameters have been fine-tuned extensively so that the system will perform its task in an optimal manner. In contrast, physiological control systems are built for versatility and may be capable of serving different several functions over here. and the engineering control system is synthesized by the designer. The characteristics of its various components are generally known parameters. On the other hand, the physiological control system usually consists of components that are unknown and difficult to analyze. There is an extensive degree of cross-coupling or interaction among different physiological control systems. The physiological control systems in general are adaptive. This means that the system may be able to offset any change in output not only through feedback but also by allowing the controller or plant characteristics to change. Okay, see here the basic elements of block diagram. Here we have interneuron, reflex center, spinal cord, and already we have seen the changes in afferent neural frequency Z, and we have interneuron, thigh flexor muscle, other extensor muscle, and thigh extensor muscle. And here the change in afferent neural frequency is U, and also we have a tap induced stretch, and finally the change in muscle spindle length Y is fed into muscle spindle. In second part we have higher centers, a voluntary control, and here the change in gamma afferent frequency is connected, and we have reflex centers at spinal cord, and we have change in same afferent neural frequency Z, and which is coming from muscle spindle. The input to muscle spindle is change in muscle spindle length Y, and here we have change in afferent neural frequency U, which is fed into thigh extensor muscle, and thigh extensor muscle, it has one more input, tap induced stretch, which is X, and which is connected with muscle spindle. Here we have one more element, change in the alpha change in the alpha motor neuron activity. Here, see here the change in gamma afferent frequency and the change in alpha motor neuron activity and the change in afferent neural frequency U and tap induced stretch X and change in muscle spindle length Y and change in afferent neural frequency Z are considered as physiological elements to calculate the control system transfer function output over here. Thank you.